Welcome everyone to a series of yarn basics with Sergeant Barry. I wanted to cover your acrylic first. Here I have standard weight 4 acrylic yarn. And how you can tell is it shows a little skein of yarn there and it tells you the number of the weight. So for the most part, this is all same weight yarn. And it's a good rule of thumb to save a piece of yarn on your labels, and it's very helpful to reference back. Here I want to show you the difference between a higher quality colorful acrylic and a much lower quality, the brand Big Twist. And I can show you an example of how this one looks after it's been played with for a few minutes. This is the same yarn, and this was within an hour, so it pills quite a bit. Now you've got more quality yarn that you pay a few dollars more for, like for example this one, and it won't pill as much. It still will, but not as much. This is a good example of all kinds of acrylic yarns. This is a less expensive yarn and it's very fuzzy, if you can see. Like this one is a better quality of acrylic yarn and it almost has a sheen to it. I have another example, more higher quality yarn that's been played with a long time. So this here is a more expensive yarn, this is a cheaper yarn, and this is a cheaper yarn. As you can see, same weight, same acrylic yarn, but the difference in the quality after it's been played with, especially for amigurumi, which blankets would look like this as well. A higher quality yarn, this is how it looks after it's just been crocheted, and this is how it looks after it's been played with for about a month. And this is a stiffer yarn as well. Lower quality stiffer yarn can be very handy for certain items because it's not so soft. So when you choose yarn and if it's scratchy, you know it'll be a little bit stiffer. Now this will not make a good blanket in my opinion, unless you don't mind. I also have another example of how amigurumi looks with acrylic yarn. It's not my personal favorite because it fuzzes quite a bit, but for the most part it whips up really nicely. This one will split when you're working the little sparkle, like you can see an example here. So it's a little bit more difficult. I wouldn't begin using this yarn if you are just beginning and starting off to crochet. So you can see the difference in some of them. If you tug even a little bit on this one on the edge here, it's already going to be thinner than this weight 4. Some yarn will look really plush, and then when you tug on it just a little bit, it thins out half its size. So there's that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.